Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Dan and we're continuing with our inverse function series. This is the last one of the bunch and this is our exponential functions. So we want to find the inverse function for f of x equals 2/5 of x. So if you remember our steps, first we say y equals 2/5 of x, then we swap our x and our y's, then we take the log of both sides, and then we bring this y down, and then we can divide by this log over here. And we get y equals log of x over log of 2/5. But remember, our property means that we can state this as y equals log base 2/5 of x. So that means that our inverse of f of x is log base 2/5 of x. So now that we have this, let's see, how do we graph this? If you remember, first thing we're going to do is graph our regular function, because that's always the easiest one to do. So our f of x is 2/5 to the x. And so what we know is that when x is 0, this is equal to 1. So we can put a point right over there. And when x is 1, this will equal to 2/5. So we can put another point right there. Now when x is -1, it's going to equal to 5/2. So we can put a point right over there. And that tells us pretty much all we need to know in order to try to graph this out. So we can create a nice smooth curve like that, and that will be our function. So if we take a look at the domain, this is really all real numbers. And if we look at the range, our range is going to be y is greater than 0. And our asymptote is going to be the x-axis. So now we want to just put this y equals x line right there so we can see that this is going to be mirrored. So our f inverse was log base 2/5 of x. So we want to swap our domain and ranges. Oops. And so our domain is actually going to be the range for the other one, which is x is greater than 0, and our range is going to be all real numbers. And that means that our asymptote is going to be the y-axis. So again, we're going to do what we did before. So this time when y is 0, we're going to be at 1. When y is -1, we're going to be at 2/5, or 5/2, sorry. And when y is 1, we're going to be at 2/5. And now we try to draw this line, or curve, just like that. And you can see that they are nice mirror images of each other. And again, log base 2/5 of x, I don't expect any one of us to be able to graph that. I wouldn't be able to graph that on my own. But knowing all this information that we have about inverse functions makes this so much easier. So I hope you guys had fun during this inverse function lecture series, and we'll catch you guys next time.